Hey, how you doing? Tony Wasinski, official aviator podcast. Here he is, right out of the DMV, Frankie Bergasetti.
Hey, how you doing? Was in the DMV, took my BeReal. Can't wait to get home. Drink some Miller Lite, baby.
Oh, how are the lines? I noticed they have a new online process that makes it easier than ever to go to the DMV.
I got a shortcut sister works from, so no worries about that. I'm in and out, more time to get back to the garage and have a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. And I love Miller Lite because it's brewed for people who want their beer to taste like beer, light beer, I may add.
Mm-hmm. I asked you about the online delivery system because we have one with Miller Lite.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, because that's what my cousin was saying. If you go over to the DMV, you got to sign up. They'll turn you away. You walk up, they say, we're not taking your business today. You got to sign up online. So I'm online. I'm clicking around. I go over to MillerLite.com/redline. I got all these delivery options near me.
That's awesome. Also, any liquor store has it. Just go in, walk in, grab a case of Light. You'll be good to go. A lot has changed throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Miller Lite has not. Mm-hmm. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Chicago sports fans. This is Carl
and Dave.
Chief.
Eddie.
This is Redline Radio and All Gas No Break Chicago Sports Podcast, brought to you by Miller Lite, brought to you by Barstool Sports Chicago. You caught it, I caught it.
Yeah, that
what
cut
did you
me.
catch? That hurt so bad.
I know you're Dave, lowercase Dave, lowercase D,
Dave.
but that hurt.
It is what it is, Ed.
I know.
None of my teams deserve my fandom right now.
You had nothing in your life.
They don't deserve your name specifically.
Call it a rebrand for
your
now.
Good name.
They might earn it. They have to earn it back throughout the offseason.
How much do you think it's worth to Jerry Rines? Seriously, how much value do you think you've given them for free calling yourself White Sox Dave?
Brand
for
exposure.
All people, they're like, oh, it's White Sox Dave. What? Do you understand the scope of how many times
It's like the
you've
old.
gotten people to say the words White Sox?
It's true, and it's like that old Marty Mush thing where it's like nobody cares, no one even knows about the White Sox, and I feel like having White Sox Dave be a thing fights against that. Just the fact that he exists.
You're on the front lines of relevancy.
I'm the Jon Snow gif. Bring it on, bitches.
But then you're like Jon Snow at the end where he just walks away.
No, he doesn't walk away. He's chasing
He fucks his sister.
his aunt.
His aunt.
Aunt.
There's a U.
Can you make fun of him, Ed?
It's his aunt.
Yeah, you got to stop saying it
Yeah,
like that.
no,
We've
right.
been doing this for years.
His
No
aunt.
one's really ever
Legit.
confronted you that hard about
Yes.
it.
You guys don't confront me about things. Yeah.
aunt.
It's an aunt. There's a U in there.
But that's not how you say it.
Jon Snow fucked his aunt.
You say it, Tom, right? I'm here in New York.
Aunt. It doesn't
That
matter.
actually-
You say it how your parents say it. My parents always said aunt, so I said aunt.
Tom,
I'm not
how,
gonna switch. I'm not
how
gonna be
would,
the only one in my family just
Switch
to
right
appease
now.
you guys.
Switch.
How would Tommy Smokes or Marty Mush or one of those guys say it? Would they say aunt or aunt?
I think I would guess aunt.
Oh, I mean, Marty Mush would say
Hold on.
it. Who cares? No offense to Marty. I don't.
No, he would. I mean, Marty.
What do you say, Ed?
aunt.
What do you say? How do you say uncle?
Uncle.
I don't like the word uncle. There's something gross. It's a gross sounding word. Yeah, uncle. Uncle.
Where does
Yeah, it is
it?
kind
Do
of
you
a gross
know?
word.
Do you know where it derives from?
No.
Me neither. But if you ask questions like that, people will think you know. the
Why did you
answer,
ask
and then
about
you can say
Tommy
whatever you
and
want.
Marty?
Is this a Yankees fan
Are
thing?
you? Are
No,
you,
I'm just curious.
are you FaceTiming Tommy?
FaceTiming Marty.
Why? Why?
Why not?
What's wrong with Marty? I like Marty.
I know, but there's no.
You guys can keep talking.
I know. Just
I
Marty
want.
coming in the show to say the word aunt adds.
But there are people that say aunt, and I'm one of them.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know why we have to figure out if Marty's one of them. Right?
I agree. I don't know how that pushes the argument along.
Why does it have to be about me?
Dave, shut that app and open BeReal right now.
Yeah. Do you have BeReal?
Guys, I would love to know what BeReal is.
Tom, get on the mic, guys.
BeReal
BeReal?
is the
Yeah.
anti-Instagram.
It's the hottest new app on the streets that all the kids are using. Dude.
I
You
have
got
it.
Is
You have it,
Dave-
Chief?
I don't think I've
What
ever.
the fuck?
I haven't
Request
posted,
me, bro.
Wait, you really
You're
haven't heard of
fucking
it?
on it?
Yeah,
I'm
I've
getting
got
on
it
it right now. I've
I've
heard about
got
it. I
it.
do it with Tom.
I got no storage. Dave, you never heard of it?
You said you don't download.
What's with that? Why not?
Dude, I don't know. I've been. Have you
Got too many
noticed?
doo-wop playlists in there.
Have you noticed? Sometimes I'll have Danny like a text in the group like 3 days later.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I just do that so he because I delete our groups all the time because we always get those fucking massive videos from Tom and Harry, the clips. And so I always have
Why
to
don't
keep,
you just pay 49
just-
cents a month to get yourself some more
I don't
data
think that
storage?
works, dude. I don't think that works.
I'm with that
yes.
because I'm constantly deleting apps and it's like, oh man, dude, I'm like at bare bones right
Yeah,
now.
bro.
I was sitting in the airport.
I don't know what you got, but theoretically, we would have all the same data on our phone, all the same story. Like because
Not
we're getting,
really.
we're getting.
Not.
What are you
That's
talking
the
about?
dumbest thing you ever
you said
said.
the videos from Tom and Danny. Like we're all getting those all the
Yes,
time.
but I'm saying like that. But that implies that we take the same amount of pictures and videos and same amount of text messages and have the same amount of apps. I'm saying the big whoppers that fucking hold up your storage are videos like that. So that's why it's like
videos are.
those are easy deletes.
Do you
'cause, like,
do you delete old text?
no.
You can set it.
I scrolled all the way back to the bottom, and I have the oldest one I have on here is from 2018.
You can set it so they automatically
Let's call that
delete
person
after
right
like a
now.
month
Who is
or
it?
6 months or a
Who's
year
your
or
last
whatever.
text?
So
Everyone pull out their last text.
It was.
Scroll the bottom.
I don't remember the guy's last name, but it was from when I was working my old job. He's just Mike Molson Course. So we're setting up some business meetings here, and it looks like we were getting together to talk about a potential deal at 6 p.m.
Here's my last text.
How do you even go to the
your
bottom?
your order is ready at Sunnyside Dispensary. That's from October 2021. Okay.
Mine's actually
Here's one from I don't even know, unsaved. Hey man, just want to check in and see if you had a chance to give all the product a shot and see what your thoughts are. Didn't text it
so
back.
mine automatically delete after a year.
Yeah, see, that's a good way to keep storage.
I think mine
Yeah.
does that too now.
So
I don't
my
like
last
that.
text was to Allison Saul about Socktober merchandise.
Did she text you back?
that sounds like
She did.
Doxtober, brother.
That's unfortunate because that just is another reminder about the White
mean,
Sox
we're just
being a bunch of losers.
outing my girl
And then
Allison.
Adam Walton right after that. Shout out Adam Walton.
That's Doxtober, brother.
Oh, here's another late one.
How's that Doxtober? Do you know what doxing means?
I got a call one time from somebody who was like, "Hey, this is really random. I'm friends of the family, and I got your number from a friend of the family." And it was somebody who should have had my number. I'll just be frank. I should not have had my number. And the guy's like, my daughter is in education around the Chicagoland area. And I was like, okay, yeah, what's up, man? Like, good to hear from you. And he's like, my daughter would like to have a very serious conversation with you and about the impact social media from Barstool Sports is having on their students.
Oh Jesus!
I'm like, oh no. And this gentleman went on to explain
should've given him Dave's
over an
number.
extended period of time how harmful Barstool Sports has been to his daughter's students and how much infighting it's created and bullying and all this bad shit. And I'm like, what high school does your daughter teach at? And he's like, she teaches fucking 5th grade, pal.
Oh Jesus!
And I was
Christ.
like, oh my God. So what do you want? He was like, would you be willing to go in and talk to her students? And I was like, yeah, of course, man. Like I would put us in touch. So here's the text message I get from the daughter. Doesn't matter. Hey, I got some time. You want to? I never text her back. Didn't do anything about it.
Dude, that's a
It
thing,
was
though.
so awkward. Remember I came in and I told you about
Yes,
this? I was
that's
like,
a crazy-
I had a bad experience yesterday. This was fucked up. This guy just took it out on me.
I went to my high school to speak at the pep rally, and when at the end of it, a kid's like, "Hey man, can I take a picture? I run St. Pat's Barstool or whatever." And I was like, "Oh,
They have those?
He's like, "Sorry, we don't have. We just ran out of shirts. Hope that's cool. We're doing it." I was like, "I don't think you
dude,
can, but like
you shouldn't be doing that, man. Yeah, you can't. You don't want to tell this kid because you were
No, I
that
don't-
kid.
and
at some
also,
point. And
like-
I would have been the kid who was running Brother Ice fucking Barstool.
Oh,
if I was around
1000%.
it'd be- But at the same point, yeah, dude, like,
you can't
probably
stop on
shouldn't-
affiliate accounts. So it is what it is."
So when the whole Saturdays are for the boys thing started, this was back in what, like 2014 or 15?
Around there.
No.
When was it? Later?
Yeah, it was like 2016, 2017.
I don't.
Yeah,
I was
That's
working.
right.
well,
I was
whatever it
working at
was.
Barstool when it
Okay.
happened. So
The
It's fucking hot in there.
the Northwestern
Yeah, it's
Athletic Department hit me up and they said, "Hey, we're putting these shirts out. We're just giving them away for the student section. Do you want any? Do you want one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And it said Saturdays are for the cats. Now, this was at the time where I don't know if we had like
The full-on
trademark.
No, we didn't. Yeah, I
and
mean,
everything.
probably not.
But I wore it and I tweeted it out. And granted, I'm not a full-time employee or anything. I wasn't really thinking much of it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like Northwestern's on board with the stool. And legitimately, like, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have done this or anything, but I think Feidelberg or someone saw the picture. Every big school had a Saturdays there for like the Seminoles or the Trojans or the Wildcats or whatever. Like a week later, it was smart, obviously, to do that because those shirts are going to get eaten up. But I think it was kind of Northwestern's idea.
Saturdays are for.
I still have the shirt actually.
Saturdays are for the boys. I remember the first time I saw it. The first time I became aware of Saturdays are for the boys was one of the early videos that we tweeted out was like a guy just throwing a football as hard as he could as his little brother, who was like a 20-year-old guy throwing the football like a 10-year-old kid, and he just fucking drills a kid. And the kid's like, "Ow!" And he just looks in the camera. And he's like, "Saturdays are for the boys." But
Also, I hope that kid don't think I'm trying to fucking. I don't care. You know.
What?
That's a high school kid.
Yeah, well, exactly. You know
It's
what
not
I
like
mean?
he's a competitor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, it's not about that. It's just like, dude, you don't want to begin it. Like, you're a young kid. Like, you don't need to be on the internet sharing fucking videos, right? Like, fight knockout videos of
World Star videos.
Yeah, stop that.
I mean, that's. Yeah, I should. At the same time.
Yeah, but
that's what I was doing.
Yeah, but Dave, do you
World
understand?
Star.
In your position, it's just hard for. It's a
Yes, I
precarious
understand.
situation for you to endorse that.
Of course. But at the same time, like, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't endorse it because that's what I was doing. That's what any, I think, normal 16-year-old kid would be doing.
Yeah.
At the same time.
You really never heard of BeReal
I really haven't, Ed.
until that. Really?
You want to get back? Let's go to BeReal.
Is
No,
it
I'm just shocked you haven't
be
heard
the
of it.
letter or
I'm
just.
doing it right now.
Is that
It's-
strange? He's never
it-
heard of it, Tom?
It's a big deal.
I mean, not for White Sox Dave, no.
I don't do apps.
What does that mean?
My social media.
Fuck is that supposed to mean?
My social media is done unless something really, really knocks my socks off.
What does that
like
mean?
I've never downloaded TikTok.
I think that's a mistake. I think you should do TikTok. I think you'd be good on TikTok.
I have enough shit rotting my brain and it just doesn't. It's not me. I like
TikTok's great. BeReal,
I don't know, bro. How long are you scrolling on that a night?
too long.
I think TikTok.
Yeah, I don't need.
I think it's
I don't
got
need it.
the best scroll content because there's
Yeah.
longer form, interesting videos.
Yeah,
like there's
but
like
that's-
stuff that'll like get you interested in like home repairs or like a lot of gang stuff I've been watching. Where it's like the true story about
Yeah.
this, and it's a 3-part thing, and you just watch it in like 9 minutes. It makes sense why Quibi got all that money because I'm sucked into this now.
Yeah. Be real. Like, I don't like anything that gives me push notifications. And in order to do Be Real, you have to get a push notification. So I'm like in a kind of a tight spot with that.
Not really.
Yeah.
You could definitely make one exception.
Nah.
If you're not getting any notifications, this would be the ideal thing. Like, well, if you're gonna get a notification, that's part of the process.
I
you
don't
have to be notified.
to do it. Yeah, I don't like.
You don't just like being told what to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely true.
Yeah, you
That's
just don't
definitely
need
true.
an app being like.
Chief,
now's
do you
the
still
time.
have all your messages notifications turned off?
Oh yeah. I will.
Hold on, let me see your
That's
phone right now.
That's
He
psychotic.
It
turns
is,
his
no.
phone off at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
it's
true.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. Yeah. I don't.
Hold on, let's see if you get this
That's
notification.
crazy, dude.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That will never not be crazy.
What? That all my notifications.
Hold
are
on, let's
I'm doing
test him.
Be
Let's
Real
test
now.
him right now. I
Do-
just
do
texted
you. Want me
you.
to do his Carl or should I
Did you get a
do his Mike?
notification?
I mean, I'll get a red thing when I look at my phone.
He did the anti.
That's a notification.
He's got the anti Dante going on right now.
What's that?
That's a theory by Dante. If you're on a date with a girl and she turns her phone like that on the table, then she's not the one.
All right, so I think I might have done that
I think guys like
subliminally.
that are fucking stupid to look at shit and think it means anything. Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean, dude? If
Oh,
you're
no,
not,
She
I-
turns her phone one way, and that
Dude.
means that
No.
she's gonna suck your dick later.
no,
This
that
is-
means she's
no,
hiding shit
that-
according
yeah.
to
Or
him.
maybe she just doesn't want to have notifications come up and she could just have a normal conversation. I always fucking put my phone down on the
That's-
table like that because I don't need the
Yeah.
fucking light
Yeah.
coming up and down. But I don't want the phone in my pocket.
You have also been in a committed relationship for like, I don't know.
yeah, that's exactly
So-
how I did it before, though. Trust me, the memories of being a single guy are just as vivid and clear as they were.
I would have it face down on the table 100%.
I
just for
would too, but
notifications.
I was when I was looking through my old texts, I saw a couple of like texts when I was like just texting. I can't really remember who they are, but just like I had Anna G in there, and it was just like, well, I stopped talking to her like unsolicited. It was like 20 these people that I talked to for like a week, and it's just like, wow, like
So you're telling me you don't believe when you go on a date with a girl and you open the car door for her, if she doesn't reach over and open the door for you, she's not the one?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't believe that at all, Ed.
That's like the That's the first thing I look for.
Well, then maybe you should look for other shit. Because that's a fucking stupid thing to look for.
If a girl expected me to open a car door for her, I know she's not the
let's
one.
keep going.
Do you know what that's
Keep
from?
going, though.
Does anybody know what that's from?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah,
It
wait,
also-
I thought.
Yeah, you know what it's from.
What's Hitch?
Oh, I didn't know it was.
What's that from
I
Hitch?
thought it was like a well-known. The whole room knew that.
what?
Oh, yeah. No, it's from A Bronx Tale.
Bronx. Thing.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah,
it was
yeah,
funny. Like, I saw this fucking weird guy that I went to high school with share that on Facebook probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And it's like, bro, all cars are automatic now. They're not reaching over to pop
But it's
open.
believable coming from you, Eddie. Like it would take us a second to be like, you're joking.
Fair.
You're a
That's
doo-wop
fair-
guy.
That's a fair thing.
You like the old school.
That's a fair shot.
Is there any
but
good
you know what I mean?
doo-wop artists out there right now? Speaking of that,
That's a good question. I've thought about
I mean, not really good question.
Yeah, there's that one
but
guy.
like current, I think he's asking.
Oh.
Like still in the game.
Right now?
like no, like
Up and
either
coming?
new or putting out new music, new doo-wop music. Because I saw your playlist, I enjoyed it,
Thank you.
but it's not really something you could duplicate every year.
No.
Like
it's
Charles,
not. It's a-
Charles, Chiefs Fall, Sad Boy, whatever. I mixed Chief and Fall. Chiefs Fall, Sad Boy, whatever he's calling it, playlist. You can't.
yeah. No, you're right.
The
Speaking of fall, football's
Yeah.
here. Game time. MLB playoffs are here, underway. And if you plan on getting tickets, you need Game Time. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, don't know what you're waiting for. You guys are going to love this app. So easy to use, amazing deals. It's the fastest-growing ticketing app in the U.S. You're going to love it. We all love Game Time. Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is one guy who is doo-wop, and you might be able to see him in concert with Game Time.
Who's that?
Leon Bridges.
Okay.
That's actually a pretty decent call.
Yeah.
All right.
Leon Bridges
when
is
is
fucking
when
great.
is he in?
Let's look it
Whenever
up.
he's in town, go to
I
Game
would
Time,
actually
exclusive
love-
ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. They guarantee the lowest price. I'm pretty sure we got a promo code coming.
got you.
We were just talking date night etiquette. Some of you guys out there, it's getting cold. You know, you be fair. A lot of guys listening are trying to get laid. Go to Game Time, get some tickets, concerts, sports shows. Eddie, what do they do?
Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab. To create
Oh,
a
shout out
login.
Game Time. I went to the Yankees game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jesus, Tom. Welcome to the fucking ad read.
Redeem code RLR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. One more time, that's RLR, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
No, Tom said it.
So you don't believe in anything like that? If she orders this,
No,
you run
you know
for
what
the
I
hills,
believe?
brother.
You know what I always thought? I was like, if she doesn't get like overly mad and dramatic and she's like fucking laid back, then that's a home run. I don't give a fuck. Open a door, close a door, pick up a tab, pay for shit. Just be fucking cool. Like start there. Just be cool. And then you don't really, I don't know. Then I was like, I don't really care about any of this other stuff because I found, well, now she's my wife, to be particularly cool. So yeah, but if you're like going on a first date or second date or third date and you're like caught up about the way she puts her phone down on the table or, you know, if she made eye contact with someone, it was like weird, like you're fucking lost. But I don't think you're that guy. Maybe you are. I
No,
think
I was just
some people just
explaining-
expect it has to be a certain way. You got to be this, you got to be that.
Well, yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
Just like
First dates are just like,
That's
the worst.
I don't even think they're that. They're just like, you're just getting like
It's fake as fuck. Dude.
biographical information. Like there's just nothing about like, there's just nothing. Like you try to have a few jokes, have a few drinks, and then
But do you ever try? Be honest.
because you're too
Like,
surface,
would you
brother.
be willing? What if you're on a first
not
date
true.
and you're like, I'm pretty sure we. Can.
that was like a Nadu comment. That was like, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to be on first
You're
dates.
too
My name's
surface.
fucking
If you're not
Ed.
asking her what she thinks about the death penalty day one, what are you even doing here?
What do you think about the death penalty, Ed?
It's complicated.
Shut up.
It's
Well, it
complicated.
depends. It's a state issue.
It's complicated.
We had states' rights, Carl.
state
over
issue.
here.
I am states' rights. I'm a states' rights guy. I'll go to war with Thomas Jefferson.
It's a state issue, but it's not really happening much anymore. So, no, I was just kidding. It was,
Yeah, I know.
but
Yeah.
Can we get? I have a question. What about a first date and like trying to get laid on a first date?
Can I tell you something?
You know right away if you are. or not.
I've always had a hard time
Do
executing.
you think
that.
so, bro?
I think
don't
you
think
know
so.
right away.
I don't think
Oh.
so.
I think it's just like an unspoken.
I don't. Sometimes you're surprised.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, actually, that's true. You're like, wait, really?
No, that is the exact that's the exact reaction. That is the exact
This
reaction.
is going average at best.
Yeah, that's the exact reaction.
But then I do think then it's like, unless it's going well, when that happens, then it's like run for the hills territory, because it's like, dude, you're trying to manipulate me.
Oh, is that what you think?
With your pussy.
They're gonna lure you in with their
it's like,
sex.
that's what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. It's like if she's like, come upstairs and like it's obviously you guys that she wants to have sex with you and you're surprised by that, then I would say the fact that you're surprised is the reason you need to run away as soon as possible.
I agree with you, but I will always oblige them.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have sex, Dave.
Oh, 10 times out of 10.
But the way you feel the next morning is significantly.
How do you feel the next morning? I kind of feel like you're not a big regrets guy. Like it doesn't really sit with you.
Am I gonna get a
No,
call?
I wouldn't say so.
How long can I go without texting you?
I have never ever regretted hooking up with a girl ever.
Oh.
And where I'm like, yeah.
Oh boy.
What? You have no regrets. You not one time woke up and
Which is contrary to what I look like. I've never been like, dude, that girl's like twice my size.
Oh, see, no.
That's not what I meant.
Mine would be like,
I like big girls too.
no, if you have like an ex-girlfriend that you go back to and you're like, oh, I should not have done that.
Or someone who's just a little too much afterwards, and it's like, that wasn't worth the aftermath of like.
Of just like
Okay,
the chaotic.
all right.
One time, quick, we were just dating for like a little bit, like a month ish. Like we had been on a couple dates, and she had like a meltdown on like a Sunday, and I tell her we're out in Wrigleyville. I'm in my mid-20s. This is all meaningless stuff. I'm happily married, but I'm in my mid-20s. I'm dating this girl all the time. Gone out on a couple dates. Wrigleyville Sunday Funday. She's like a meltdown. My friends were like out with my friends, and I just straight up told her, I was like, hey, I think you gotta get back in the cab, go home. And like I think that's it. I think this is our last. This was the last date for sure. And if you want to talk later this week, but this is it. And so she's like, what?
For what reason?
What?
Just
She was just like a drunken slob on a Sunday fun day when she was hanging out with me and my buddies, and I was just like, this is just not it at all. I don't need to be fucking.
Yeah. That's
So I go home, and I live in the neighborhood. I go home, and it's like 9:00 at night. And I go through the front door, and she was sitting on my back porch, like just chiefing heaters, waiting for me, smoking menthols.
Ooh.
She's like, I didn't go home. I've just been waiting. I need to talk to you. I was like, you absolutely need to get off my porch right now. Like, please.
You didn't have the conversation?
Now, people might think that this is some like suit. She was cute. Just a sight like, this is exactly the type of girl I found myself in relationships with a lot, which is why I go back to him. I was like, I just find somebody cool. Somebody who wouldn't have a meltdown and then come and fucking... Personal story time.
No, yeah, I mean,
Did you have the conversation in that moment again?
Yeah, it was like, you absolutely have to leave. And then it wasn't like it was very awkward.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. You have to go. Please, I'm sorry. And the meltdown during Sunday Funday was because I wasn't going to be with her next Sunday, which was Easter Sunday. And she was going to be with her family. I was like, whoa.
and she was upset about that.
She wanted you to do Easter with her
But
family?
she was like hammered. Hammered. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Like, I'm gonna be with my family. It's gonna suck. You're not even gonna be thinking about me.
Ugh.
Oh no.
That's like the worst. Yeah.
So bad that you would almost say you should probably get in a cab, and I don't want to talk to you again.
It depends how nice you said it.
It depends on how big of a freak out it was. I would just be like, yeah, well, it's Easter, it's fine. And if it was like she's crying, I'd be like, whoa, no crying about this. Like, you're a psychopath. But if it was just like, hey, like if she's just doing things for dramatic, I'm like, you just nip that in the butt. Like I wouldn't further escalate the situation being like, you have to go home right now. I would deal with it. I would actually love it if she showed up on my porch,
Yeah.
and I'd be like,
Well,
look,
you do have a thing.
You're a
Yeah,
narcissist.
that's true. I couldn't send someone out.
yeah, that
And I
just
have
to
a
me
core-
that just makes it worse.
This all started too because I was saying if you're interested, and you're like, wait, really?
That's
We had met on a Friday night in River North at fucking, oh God.
American Junkie.
No, it wasn't. It was like sub 51.
Oh.
Nail me to a cross. What am I doing? And everybody throw on $200 for getting a bottle of Svedka. And I'm out with like 6 or 7 guys, and at the end of the night, you know, every guy was like, a lot of guys were trying to bang her, and she was like, "Hey, I think you're like the cutest one here." And I knew, I'm like, "You are fucking out of your mind, crazy. I like you." No, that never happened to me ever.
Yeah.
Only time. This one, the craziest person I've ever met in my life. Hope she's not listening.
I know the exact.
I'm
reaction
guessing
you're
she's
talking
not.
About.
Look at that face.
To a like, you could not have described that exact 2-second feeling any better. You're like, well, really?
What percentage of sexual encounters do you have that reaction to?
Most of them.
Have you ever banged a woman who was wearing a flat brim White Sox cap?
Oh, that's a layup, right? For Dave?
Uh,
Just some girl at Turtles with the...
Fitted or
it
not?
kind
Not
of
fitted.
is.
At fitted.
But
Snapback.
Ooh, snapback's hotter. Snapback's a good look.
Oh, yeah.
They put it on backwards.
That's what I'm saying. No
They
comment.
put on my Paul Canerico jersey.
I commented. Chief heard it.
Call me White
What did he
Sox.
say?
You guys are fucking weirdos.
I want you to
Call me White Sox Jenny.
go put on that catcher's helmet.
That was funny. That was funny.
Get it all out. Go on. Get it all out.
I'm sorry. This is not right to do 2 weeks.
The
Tony La
future
Russa AD.
The
It's
future
not right.
Mrs. White Sox Dave deserves better than this conversation.
This is not right to do 2 weeks after Tony La Russa AD. It's not right.
Yeah, speaking about bad marriages and bad relationships. It's me and all the teams I root for. It's very unhealthy for me.
Good marriage, bad relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, back to a bad marriage. Should we get into? Is there anything with that or no?
I think can we save the bulk of this until they actually hire someone?
Yeah,
because I know that you're
it's
gonna have
just
passionate
speculation.
takes, and when they hire
Yeah.
that guy, I think we're gonna have great social.
I'll
clips on
say
it.
this, and we can completely end anything and everything White Sox for now. I just don't want a dude that is in the family. I want them, like I said, I want them to scour the depths of baseball, the bowels of baseball, if you will, and find the guy that checks every box. I don't want a Jim Thome unless that they're like, he is the guy because we interviewed a billion other people. Like, that's all I want. I don't want a sideshow.
Yeah.
I was talking to a bunch of Sox fans about this.
Think
morning.
you guys should take
They
a new
need
manager
to pull
on.
a fucking Costanza and just go against everything they've always operated with and do the opposite. Just every instinct they have, like, oh man, we should really, really just give Cairo the job. Do the exact opposite. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Well said. I agree with you. I think they hired Jim Thome or someone of his background,
Which is just fucking stupid.
It's just a stupid thing to do, and I think you actually have
What's
to
he
take
doing
the
now?
revert. He's coaching his son's team.
Oh.
First base coach, not even third base coach.
He's also doing some MLB Network stuff.
yeah, right, he's an
And
ambassador
he actually
for the
is
Sox.
prepared for his segments, I will say. Someone asked him a question the other day. He said, it's a good question, and I'll answer that. There's 3 reasons why. And I thought, there ain't no fucking way Jim Thome's coming up with that on the spot. So preparation, leads to success.
Can you argue that their managerial hiring has been like one of the worst things that's happened in the last decade?
I mean, ever since they fired Ozzie Guillen.
Even
Yeah,
that was,
that's
well,
what,
I won't even say that.
They hit a home run with Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen was fucking
Yes.
spectacular.
We're all Ozzie guys.
with the White Sox.
After everything after Ozzie.
spectacular. Everything since then has been a dumpster fucking fire.
Absolutely has been. Robin Ventura, they had to legitimately talk him into the managerial role.
Oh, I got a story.
Like, what the fuck? If you have to talk someone into coming out of retirement in Scottsdale or wherever he lives to come manage your club, they're like, that should be red flag number 1 that you don't hire him. And then you go on to Ricky Renneria and whoever fuck else.
Didn't they try to give it to Canerico too at one
A
point?
player manager.
Player manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think
Yeah.
it is, Dave? Like Jerry just sits up there with a cigar,
Dude,
and
he's-
he's like, I could see that.
He's
guy
been
leading this
doing
ball
the
club.
same thing for
Right.
40. When did he bought the team in 78? I think it was for 40 whatever years.
He's the guy.
And he's turning 87 in February. Yes, I know when his birthday month is because I have a little bit of a countdown going.
To his death?
No, not his death. Till
Okay.
when he sells the team.
All right.
That's
what
sick
is
of,
this-
that
what
is
is
sick
solid
of you
team,
to
dude?
even suggest.
He's like a solid team.
You sicko, you fucked up individual. You.
But if you
And
had
he's
it,
not
like,
going to change at this point. Like, it's just not going to happen. I don't think.
If you were
Unless
filling
someone
out
really,
Jerry-
really gets to him, which I don't see happening.
If you're filling out Jerry Reinsdorf's death certificate, what's your ideal cause of death?
Natural causes at an old age in his bed, like the people in the Titanic that were like
The old
spooning.
lady
You
and-
wouldn't,
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
want it to be like
all
one of
sad,
the summer interns like accidentally walked into a conference room and was like watching you on like a fucking Instagram live video, getting mad about the managerial decision, and then Jerry Reinsdorf happened to see it, hear your voice, hear your criticism, and then in that moment he got a heart attack and he died on the spot because he realized he had let a fan down so bad as much as he let you down. Would you take pride in that? That your
I
takes
would
killed
not
him?
take pride in that. No, that would actually weigh very heavily on my conscience, which does. It does exist in spite of what the people might think. I do have a conscience, and I wouldn't want that on it. I wouldn't want that a death of somebody, especially so like by all accounts. Like we had Ron Kittle on a couple years ago. Like everybody loves Jerry Reinsdorf, the human. I just can't stand how he manages his organization. So
Yeah, I was joking. I don't think you actually want to kill him. That was all I had on my text too.
I just want him to sell the team.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. October baseball is here.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the postseason very much. There's a player who's jumped out. I'd like to talk about. His name is Trent Grisham. He hit 184 this year. He was a big trade piece to the Padres from the Brewers. He's a center fielder, good-looking athlete, 25 years old. But tough year offensively. Very tough year. You could say going into the playoffs, he was the worst hitter of like any qualified that was getting ready with playing time. Trent Grisham's killing it right now. Home run after home run. I think the stats through like 7 games have Trent Grisham as like the second most valuable player behind Bryce Harper.
Really?
Which is one of my favorite things about baseball is that once October starts, like now it's part of the Trent Grisham legacy, even though it's 7 games. It's like, oh, well, he shows up when it counts. So I was thinking in your life or experience, if there's players where like, hey, there's an October at bat or a game you need to win, and like an unremarkable player that you're like, dude, fine, whatever, we can hit him 8th, or somebody that doesn't register, but for whatever reason, you personally are like, I fucking want that guy.
I wish you didn't say all the qualifications because I was going to say Jeter just to piss off Dave, but that's gone now. Do you have a name off the top of your head?
I got one.
Okay.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, I'm speaking personally, and maybe that's a cheater.
Can I?
No, I think
Can
that's
I
the
guess?
exercise.
Can I guess? Is it on the 03?
It is.
Is it 03
1000% an
Cub?
03 Cub.
Is it Randall Simon?
It is Randall Simon.
That was a good
I
one.
know this guy or what?
I know. We probably talked about this, but he was like so clutch.
That was
Yeah.
the one I was gonna say.
Was
right
it
off the top?
really? He was so clutch.
Yeah, I mean Randall Simon traded for a bad boy, hits the sausage with a
Yeah,
bat.
that's still so fucking.
Well, I mean, has a monster base hit against Greg Maddux, Game 2 NLCS. Mark Pryor threw a 2-hit shutout.
Can I admit something? Then everybody listening and you guys in the room can promise not to make fun of me for.
Just say it.
No, you guys got to promise first.
Nope.
Actually, no. What I probably deserve it. I had no idea Mark Pryor was bench coach, right? For
He's
the
a
Dodgers.
pitching coach.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I was watching them last
Sweet.
week, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that exact reaction. I had not the slightest clue he
Dave?
was with the Dodgers.
He never left the game. Never left the game.
At any point,
No, he's just
I
a-
figured he just was riding off into the sunset, thinking what
Mark
could have
Pryor's a
been.
diehard OG baseball guy. Doesn't get any of the credit for it because he was a top draft pick, but he's a fucking dog. Loves the game.
Can I give you another Mark Pryor fact?
Worked with Tom House his senior year of high school. Now what?
Everybody fucking did.
He's Dukes' cousin.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Dukes came up to me like
No.
the first time I met him, and he's like, he's like, hey man, like, would that mean anything to you? I'm like, Dukes. He's arguably like top 5 people I'd love to have on Redline Radio. So yes, it would. But
Get them on.
Obviously, it's
is
never
it? Are they like cousins, like
I don't think like that.
third cousins?
Yeah, I don't
like-
know exactly, but it's a fun fact. I mean, I would like that's
It'd be a great combo.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have the slightest clue.
That's like if you had him on starting 9, I'd be a little jealous.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I want to talk to Mark Pryor. That's one of those things where if I had a chance to interview Mark Pryor and I had to make a decision if I wanted to do like a serious baseball interview or more of like the Chicago Kid interview, like, yo, dude, so like let's talk about that team, or is it more about the life? It's definitely talk about the team as the Chicago
He
Kid.
hits way more at that.
Mark Pryor
Yeah.
changed my fucking life. You know, Kerry Wood had been doing it for a little bit, but when Mark Pryor came in 2003, okay, this is a critical juncture in my life because I'm finishing up sophomore year of high school. I'm not getting any playing time on the baseball team. I'm a backup outfielder, played third base as a freshman, was arguably the least, had the least amount of prospects of having any playing time as a varsity athlete. And it was watching Mark Pryor in that summer being like, dude, he just dominates. Like, I want to try that. And then that's when I went to the mound.
Big Cavs.
I was like, oh, I want to try pitching. I'm going to try this out. And like, hey, you throw 84. We got a spot for that. Like, man, 84. I'm a fucking G. No. The only reason Mark Pryor. I love Mark Pryor.
Stud.
Mark Pryor. Just say that name.
I have
over and
like
over again.
crystallized memory of watching Mark Pryor against the Blue Jays in his rookie year at ESPN Zone. And I was like doing all like running around, and then it's like the Cubs game starting like get to the TV because
Ryan.
yeah. Because he was appointment television. As
Oh,
soon
he
as
was.
he came up. Like,
He was.
You
Him
had
and
to
Kerry Wood
watch.
were.
Had to watch. I wish ESPN Zone would still be alive if they served Barada.
You guys want to hear a funny ESPN Zone
isn't
story?
the Barstool
Wait, what did you
bar
say?
like the next? Aren't we doing that? And we have a physical location now.
Yeah, but we don't have like the Papa Shot and the
hockey
The
challenge?
hockey
It was
challenge.
basically
So
like
sick.
a.
Wait, did you say
What's it
it's
called?
not alive because they don't have Barada?
I said they would still be alive if they had Barada.
Back in
You
high
fucking
school.
think that's a fucking Barada audience over a fucking cheese fry audience? You're the most mistaken.
I only
person
said it
of
because
all time.
Carl said it.
Yeah, I was saying like Ryan, come here to the Baradas. It was a bad
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, he was the fucking man. I do have kind of an answer to this original question. Though.
Oh, yeah, let's
It's
talk
like
about that.
Everybody who ever played for the Cardinals, like
Okay, so David Freese would be.
Freeze, even like Matt Carpenter, like they had like a shit ton of guys. Even John Jay, I feel like John Jay,
He had a minute for sure.
he had
Yeah.
a minute, and it was like this guy fucking sucks, but he always seems to like have these moments when they had that run where they were just always in the playoffs. So
David Eckstein.
yeah,
How about him? That's probably the best answer because it's like I would not want David Eckstein at all to play shortstop for 162 games. But then it's like, hey, you're in the World Series. You have these shortstops. Like, whoa.
oh, he's getting a hit.
Give me the guy who can bunt, get the hit. Yeah, steal the bag, never strikes out. When he exploded onto the scene with the Angels, that
Yeah.
was really badass.
Who was the other guy who played forever? Howie Kendrick? Is that
Oh,
the name?
Kendrick was good as of like 2 years ago.
and won a
Yeah.
World Series
Yeah.
with the Nationals?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he came up with the Angels in 03, 04
Yeah.
and was a great hitter. And then
Yeah.
Let's look him up real quick.
That's
yeah. He's one of those guys that just had an awesome career. 2006 to 2000. Yeah, he just retired 2 years ago. Lifetime 294 hitter over 15 major league seasons and about 6,400 plate appearances. That's fucking wild. That's such a good career.
A ton of postseason appearances too.
A ton of them.
Yeah.
Juan Uribe is the easy answer, though.
Yeah.
He's got World Series with the Giants, the White Sox, went to one with the Mets, went to one with the Dodgers.
he on the
He was
Marlins?
on that Cleveland Indians
Yep.
team back in 2016, so they were the Indians. He has always been that gamer. Like in 2005, I don't, and it's been a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he hit like 220 that year. But dude, when they needed a play made, he made it. When they needed a big hit, he had that hit. He was awesome.
yeah, Uribe?
Juan Uribe.
Yeah, he
Juan-y
did have a
baseball.
low average. It was around, I want to say it was sub 230, but he did hit like 23 homers or something.
Yeah, he had a decent
And yeah, dude, he
power
made great
output.
plays. I'd say, how about this? The entire like veteran second tier core that was always in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go. Give me Angel Pagan. I don't even know what his postseason numbers, but it's just like I know Angel Pagan has 100 at bats in October. I know they're all
Fucking
quality.
Panda.
Joe Panic, Pablo
true.
Sandoval,
Yeah.
Hunter Pence.
or
Fucking 100 pence.
and now here he is, the best fastball hit in the league, Connor Gillespie.
That's good. That was going to be my next guy against them. Was it the Mets and the Cubs
Dude,
in those back-to-back postseasons? I got into an argument at Joe's on Wheat Street with Nick Shepkowski back in like 2015. Long, big name drop right there. And I said that Connor Gillespie, however you say it,
Shout out, Chip.
had like his swing was so perfectly sound mechanically. And he, as a lefty, I loved watching him hit against other left-handed pitching. Now, I'm sure there's stats that back up he sucked against left-handed pitching. But he stayed inside the baseball and would work all directions, all to the entire field so well, and he would just shit on fastballs.
Yeah, he wouldn't like
Shit
spin
on
out.
them.
You know, I was thinking,
Yeah.
because he was
short and
mechanic,
compact.
Omaha kid, Millard North. What about? I know he's a piece of shit scumbag. I can't even really say his name because he's such a piece of shit scumbag. But that old greasy, grizzled, fucking nasty Aubrey Huff.
Oh, he's
He
the
was
worst.
such a piece of shit. He's such a piece of shit.
He's the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
I got
yeah.
another one for you.
I shouldn't even say his name though, right?
Scott
Is he that
Brocious.
big of a piece of shit?
That's
a good one.
He's
Yeah.
a piece of shit. I mean,
I
you can
feel
say his
like
name,
we're
though.
now
He was
getting into
good.
like obscure role players,
No,
as opposed
Scott
to like
Bro-
horrible offensive regular season players that were good in the postseason.
See, Scott
Okay.
Brocious like
Right,
yeah, let's
exudes
get her back in
Yankee
here, right?
pinstripes to me.
Which is
Let
fine.
me take another lap with this. I
This is still
can do
fun.
another one. I can give another round.
This is still fun.
No, it's not.
You don't like the Scott Brocious one? Is the one that
No, I'm
triggered
saying
you?
a couple of them.
Okay.
Like a couple of them. We're just getting to.
Yeah. I do want to say one last thing about Howie Kendrick. Played for 3 teams, was in the league for 15 years, made the playoffs in over half of his seasons. Like, that's fucking incredible.
That's remarkable.
And, like, on teams that are kind of loser teams, too. Like, other than the Dodgers, like, he played for the Angels. They haven't been relevant, really, since he left. And then the Nationals. And, like, it's crazy how many playoff appearances he had.
I need somebody from the 03 Marlins, Ed. I need somebody from
Yeah,
Mike Lowell.
I was gonna say Luis Castillo, but he is a 290 career hit. Like
Yeah.
Dude, he's
he was
great.
good.
Juan Pierre
He
was
really
great.
good.
Yeah.
Jeff Conine was was fine.
Conine's one
but
of those
he wasn't
names.
like Jeff Conine pops to me in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I have a funny. No, nah, it's not that funny.
that's all right. You think Conine shaves his balls?
If he does, I don't really like Jeff Conine. I'll be honest with you. And I think he shaves his balls with Manscaped, and that might be the only redeeming quality about Jeff Conine.
Hollinsworth's a good answer. He probably shaves
Todd
his balls. Yeah.
Gruzelanek has a fucking nasty bush.
Yeah, he needs Manscaped.
More like
Craig Counsell, Diamondbacks.
Craig Counsell is scored the game-winning run in '97.
Yep.
First thing he went in the clubhouse, shaved his balls, used Manscaped.
Certainly did. And
And if
if you ever,
somebody's be putting their mouth on these balls later, they better be fucking smooth.
And they better use that crop preserver, too.
and if you're out there and you ever try to trim your balls and it turned into a Freddy Krueger film, luckily you don't need to worry about that anymore.
I didn't need that visual, Ed.
Well, I'm just saying.
Shred your balls into a Freddy Krueger film?
Yeah, that's why they need Manscaped. That's why it's here to save the day, keep you feeling fresh and smooth. Unlock your confidence with the Performance Package 4.0. Inside, you'll find the holy grail of men's grooming items. It includes a whole caboodle of products. The Lawnmower 4.0, all skin-safe electric trimmer. Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. The Crop Preserver anti-ball chafing deodorant. The Crop Reviver ball spray toner. The Magic Mat disposable shaving mat.
I didn't know the Magic Mat existed. As soon as this show's over, I'm firing up manscaped.com.
Fuck yeah.
And
The
that's-
mat is what pushed you over the top.
Dude,
Well, I already
actually,
have all the
kinda.
products.
How wild is you're like, I would trim this with the products. I don't have anywhere to do it because it's so disgusting.
He's tired of shaving his balls outside.
Yeah. Now I can do it in the comfort of my own home.
He does it in the little basement exit door where it's just like a drain.
Yeah.
And it's enclosed.
Yeah, exactly. You get all the leaf pile
Yeah.
that clogs the drain, and you get water and snow and
Hey,
gross
get out of here.
Yeah. So Manscaped also launched their new Body Buffer. This 100% antibacterial body scrubber is just what you need to keep fresh and clean for this Halloween. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance 4.0 package. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off plus free shipping with code REDLINE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code REDLINE at manscaped.com. Say trick or treat to your beautiful new Halloweeny with Manscaped.
Wow, great copy. Whoever wrote that, great copy. Great delivery, Ed.
Thank you.
The one thing I want to emphasize, the light, all the stuff you just said, the light on the end of that trimmer, in innovation at its finest. Because
Need
someone
it.
sat around and was like, you know what? I just can't fucking see. It's like my ass, my balls are on the way, and the whole thing's lit up. It's like what? It's like coming out of a strip club at 9 a.m. and you're in the movie Varsity Blues,
And you got a game that day.
That is
and
nice.
you just saw what was her name?
That is nice.
The teacher.
Miss
Miss
Hot
Davis.
teacher.
Miss Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Davis, you go
Miss
prom me.
Davis.
You go
Did you go to prom with any of your teachers, Ed?
I wish.
Did you like
you
the movie
have-
Varsity Blues, Ed?
You don't need.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
you kidding me?
that's
one of the
underrated.
best-
I think I
love
drafted
that.
it.
I think
for
it's a
teen
top.
comedy.
I think it's a top 10 teenage movie for my
I
life.
think I drafted it as a teen comedy. It's fucking
Because it's so
awesome.
funny, but it's serious. There's some really good serious shit in there.
And the
Bud Kilmer.
characters are
You're allowed.
incredible.
Yeah.
Billy Bob, Bud Kilmer, Tweeter. Like, there's so many good characters.
Billy Bob started. He lost a fuck ton of weight. He's like a bodybuilder now, and he
Baby's
can't act
dead.
anime.
Did
Did he die?
He's been dead for a decade.
Not a decade.
Body's
At
fucking.
least a
But
decade.
he got
ice cold, Dave.
He started losing all his roles. That's terrible. Did he die?
Dave. Dude,
He died.
like before COVID.
He died in 2016.
Okay, so 6 years. Not
Before or after your Cubs won it? What's the date?
He died on June 17th.
So they were like
Fortunately, before, yeah.
up like 14.
But he did a lot. He actually shrunk when he lost a lot of weight.
Well, isn't that what always happens?
But
yeah, I mean that's yeah.
What do you mean he shrunk? Like it's shorter?
yeah, like hold on, let me find the exact fact.
Maybe you get. I thought you get taller. Great character, number 69. You know, like if you had a high school football movie now and you put the fucking fat offensive lineman as number 69, I would roll my eyes. Hit then. Was that 1998, 99?
Yeah. You know who kind of ruined that for me was Jared Allen.
Ah, man, he was awesome though.
Nah, not on the Bears.
He's probably yeah. When he was peak powers with the Vikings, and then they'd be like, "Oh, by the way, Jared Allen is this like super cool outdoors guy that just wants to like hunt elk," and that was right
know
around
where
the time
that
you're
elk
starting
hunt
to
took place?
know players more. He had a good personality, I thought.
Sydnie Wells' ranch.
It's true.
Yeah, sure, he's hunted.
2
His
inches,
dad's like a
shrunk 2
famous
inches.
hunter, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure in the hunting community.
What
that's
was
not
filmed
like a
there?
Big deal.
There's a video.
Like, isn't Sydney's dad like a fucking
Oh, yeah.
A-list
Oh,
hunter?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Lockmaster.
He's the yeah.
That's
And he doesn't use guns. He'll shoot a bird out of the air like he's a quarterback leading a receiver on a post route with a bow. It's really fucking impressive.
Or he'll just
there's your
spear it.
alien.
or that.
Yeah.
We're looking for aliens.
He kind of is an alien. I don't know how you.
I'll tell you something. If the aliens come, I'm going to Sydnie Wells' ranch. Like that's the place where I feel like I have the best chance of survival is around other people who know how to use weaponry.
Eddie's
There-
going,
there's
Eddie's,
They're out
just
of the
like-
way.
Eddie's going to teasers.
When Ryan and I were
That place
down
is
there last
cockroach
fall,
proof.
we were eating Mrs. Wells' white chicken chili, which was fan-fucking-tastic, by the way. And we're sitting there watching TV and like chilling at night, and there's just like M4s laying all over the living room and shit like that. It's awesome.
I mean, that's dangerous, but if you know what you're doing,
He knows what he's doing.
yeah, if
he
you
knows
listen
what
to
he's
yesterday's rundown, fireworks are not my cup of tea.
That's true.
Explosives. What's up?
No, I mean, I don't know what's there to say. We got a game on Monday Night Football this week, our final primetime game of the season
That's nice.
against the New England Patriots in New England. Off the heels of a embarrassing loss to the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
You know how we were sitting here like a month ago being like, we were looking at the schedule being like, they could theoretically go 3-0 and be 5-1. It's kind of where the Giants are now.
Nope. Wrong.
Or Ed said, or they could very well go 0-3.
yep.
As disappointed as I was about the 0-3 and the game on Washington, I saw a headline today that the Bears are looking to shop Robert Quinn. And it's just like, you know what? This is okay. Like, this is okay. Just get rid of anybody who has any sort of value whatsoever. Maybe get a 5th round or 6th round pick for Robert Quinn. Get his money off the books too. And you know that if they had won, they'd probably say, we can't get rid of him. We can't strip it down the way that we know we should because we're in the graphic for being in the hunt, even though we're fucking terrible. So I don't think this is that bad of a thing.
No records. I don't think wins.
All 3 games by a touchdown or less.
Yeah, they're competitive.
Yeah.
So
Do
Yeah,
you
you
think
used
Monday
the-
will not be competitive though?
The Patriots
Bailey
stink.
Zuppe. I'm not scared of Bailey Zuppe.
See,
They're playing well though.
They are, but like
playing
it's
well.
I don't
like
think they're very good.
I don't think that they're better than the Vikings necessarily. So I think it'll be whatever. It'll be fun. And it's like the result. Like I'm at the point where it's like I don't think they can hurt me anymore this year.
Yeah, they're just so well coached though.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
Yeah.
it's just the truth.
Are you going?
No, it's in New England.
Oh,
I'm not going.
At New England Monday night. I'm over primetime. I could spend a second on this. We don't need to be watching these boys in primetime. I hate when they play in primetime now. And
They
it's
know
not
what they're
just a
doing.
Commander's game. It's just
When's the last time
give me a
they've won a
fucking
primetime
noon
game?
kick with the sun out. That's all I want.
I mean, I'm sure they got to win in 2018. Prime time.
Yeah, probably.
But
I mean,
there's
still-
probably been
they
one
get
since
3
then
a
too,
year.
But
2 or 3
look,
a year.
they're not a good team, but at least we're I'm done hoping. I guess is like we're done with that.
The Bears are who they thought. They're
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, the old Denny Green. They are who we thought they were, and it's like this is the way it is. So just go back to how we felt before the season, before they got a couple of wins, and just be like okay with it.
Schuster Smith released.
Smith Marset.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough go for that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should
I don't
got
know.
out
Now
of
that
bounds.
it's over, and now that like we said, we don't care about wins or losses. I do feel bad for him on a human level, but I am happy he's not on my football team.
yeah. I said because people were tagging me in that because like, hey, they cut 17. They cut 17. I'm like, I feel a little guilty about being
Well,
like.
you're Mr. Fucking cut. You would have drove to his house and fucking stole his car after he got cut.
I mean, I wouldn't steal his car, but I would have picked him up and taken him to the airport.
Oh, fuck you.
I would have gotten him out of
Hey,
here.
sit
He
here,
was so
shit on this guy and then drive him to the airport. Why?
Yeah.
Make sure he gets on the fucking plane?
Yeah.
just get him out of here. So he's just not good. But I did feel bad about because we experienced some of that. People are like, you guys shouldn't have jobs, and it sucks. So
Yeah, that is
so
true.
yeah. So as soon
Do you
as
have a message for those guys, too?
no, they're entitled to their opinion, just like
David
we are.
a message for him? Yeah. Meet us at fucking Declan's.
Yeah.
Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Central.
Fucking 1220
would've
North
been-
Wells.
By 11:30, he's probably on vodka soda number 2. So you be ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beer balls will be nice and plump.
Beer balls.
Beer balls is funny. I haven't heard or used that.
It's
in
a
so
very
long.
true thing, though.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah,
no.
dude.
Now that I've gotten older, it's I'm disengaged. I'll see you later.
Oh, we just won that Thursday night game against the Bucks. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
2 years ago?
It was
Oh, yeah.
22,
Oh, yeah,
21
we were
or
2019
We were in
Brady.
Philly.
5-1?
Yeah, yeah.
5-1? I think we were 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 5-1.
I
Yeah.
think we were in Philly for that, right?
We were.
Philly
Was that the
or Jersey?
that was the COVID year? No one was in the stands, right?
That was the COVID year.
Yeah, we are all packed into like a little 8x12 room though.
Yeah, couldn't
that's
sit in the
when-
stands, but
Yeah,
could
yeah,
get
yeah.
on an airplane, go to Philadelphia, sit in a small room.
I still have Stephen Chase socks
Oh yeah.
from that win.
Game one. Are they up in the dog walk studio?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Can we do some vibe checks?
On what?
Justin Fields.
I'm actually
I'm vibing.
satisfied with him.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that the athleticism and he shows up, dude.
He's tough.
Nothing's
talked about
changed
he's
that.
tough as
since-
nails.
The post game
Yeah.
we did immediately after the game. Look out for those. They're on the radio feed. I'm sure you guys have seen them if you're subscribed. If you're not, I highly recommend subscribing to the show because that's the fastest way to get it. Nothing's changed for me. But I agree. I think he's played better. I think he played better the 2 weeks before that than he did last week. However, like beside those 2 errors hurt, but
Yeah.
I still think he's trending up,
I would agree.
even if the arrow is.
He just has no help.
So I don't care about the Monday night game, like win or lose. I will say like a convincing win would be kind of cool to rub it in and be like, oh,
Yeah, it would.
like I would spin that into like I told you they're back.
Yeah.
Told you guys. Like I'd
Yeah.
be fucking chirping Boston people.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a 313 yards in the air.
Like Dante would be getting the
Something,
worst
yeah.
version of me.
What jersey do you think Dante will be wearing for this? You think he'll do the split
split?
down the middle?
We
Oh,
could
that's
talk.
mean.
That's so. I don't know. I don't get it. He has the strongest Bears opinion. He's not. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. The other thing about this is like a great like soccer chant. Nottingham Forest has been using it, but it's like when the other team's talking shit, you're just like you just sing back and we lose every week. Like you're not special. We lose.
That's what I've been doing.
We lose every week. So like I am impervious. So like like the internet. Like we have so many Boston fans, and I know that they'll be tweeting at us during the game. Like, well, you're just not special. Like it's just like we're used to this. Like what are you talking? Like you guys, if you are taking pride in beating the Bears, then you have to look in the mirror.
Every single Yankees fan over the last I'll call it since May. The ones that are just shitty, like you're a loser, you root for. I'm like, yeah, I know the White Sox are losers. I know I'm a loser. You are preaching not to a choir. You are preaching to the most specific choir possible. There is nothing bad about me you can say that I won't agree with.
Speaking of choirs, Sister Act, underrated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that with the twins? Is that?
That's nope.
What do you think?
Sister Act, yeah.
Twins. What do you think Sister Act's about?
With the redhead chick that's all drugged out.
Lohan.
Give me a plot line for Sister Act in your brain. What's the plot?
There was twins, but she played both twins.
The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. That's what I'm
No,
thinking
so Sister Act's with Whoopi Goldberg.
She's a nun.
And she's a nun, yeah.
Oh, well,
And then she goes in and they start doing the singing,
Yeah.
the dancing.
Yeah.
That's a good.
But I think she's like a nun who's in like
no.
witness protection.
Is that
or
with
something.
Patrick
It's
Swayze?
got like a little blue.
That's
where he was
Ghost.
a ghost.
That's Ghost.
I know, I'm joking. But to bring up things full circle, the reason I asked for a vibe check on Justin Fields.
Eddie with White Sox Dave.
With what?
You know the movie Eddie where she's the coach
Yeah,
for
it's
the
a
Knicks?
disgrace to my name. What do you mean? Do I know it?
I mean,
That's the monkey movie, right?
no, Dave. That's fucking Dunstan checks.
Now
in.
he's fucking
No,
around.
I'm not. No.
Eddie, she's the head coach for the New York Knicks. It's a
I haven't
disgrace.
seen that
I
either.
don't think I've ever seen that one.
Ever seen Eddie, bro?
What's the one with
Bro,
the?
they fucking called her onto the court for like a contest or something. She starts like ripping the players and they start playing better. And then they're like, you should be the coach. And then it's like the story in New York, like Knicks fan named coach. And then she like takes the team to the playoffs. It's fucking
Is this like
ridiculous.
this is a Spike Lee joint?
The shit that they used to make is crazy.
Bring these budgets back, Ed. Ed, I think you have a chance here in your life, a purpose in your life.
Oh, I wasn't that far off.
Oh, Jesus. We're talking about Ed's purpose.
Oh, there's a movie called Ed.
Yeah,
with
where the monkey
chimpanzee.
plays baseball.
Yeah, you got
Is
it.
that Brendan Fraser?
No, that's a scout.
That's the
Scott, John Lovitz. John Lovitz, great character.
This is a
You,
joke.
Where he
you have
throws
to bring
perfect
back
games in 27
low,
pitches
like,
or
not
whatever.
low, but you have to bring back mid-tier budget comedies.
Yes.
Just crowdsourcing.
How? Yeah, like you have
as
to
long as people watch.
do a fucking serious.
That's the whole idea.
Bro, do a serious. I'm not even joking. Do a serious series about how they don't exist anymore, why they don't exist anymore, and how influential they were in shaping fucking comedy, and then forecast out and be like, what's it going to say for the next couple generations not to have access to so many different sources of comedic movies, and then put that message out there, Ed. And then see if you could bring it back. Then next thing you know, you get a call. It's Spielberg. Hey, Ed, I got 80 million. That's it.
That's a lot too.
Okay, what do you think? 60? What gets Jack Black, Jason Biggs, fucking Stifler in the room together?
The right script, give me 30 million. I could make it happen.
Let's go.
I think I could get them.
What kind of ROI are
I
you
feel like
looking at?
this whole segment has been brought to you by 3G. Like that's where we are now.
No, that's not because I
do you
fucking
mean?
did a. That's not because I double barrel ripped Ricci, pal.
You sure?
I absolutely promise you, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay, if it did, I'm glad we ended up where we ended up. I'm just saying.
We didn't greenlight the movie fucking Eddie. Don't blame us. They're
If
the
my
ones on
tolerance,
3G.
I want to have that tolerance to take me to these places. You
For
know,
real.
I gotta get
For
some
real.
sleep though first.
I
Why, you
brought
want
all
some?
that up for
You
a
want a double
reason.
barrel
though.
rip right now?
What, the
I'm a
Parent
big
Trap?
vape guy. I really
No.
just like the gummies.
I like smoke in my lungs.
Yeah.
The Parent Trap, or what was in your mind?
No, I was asking on Justin Fields because
Oh, the vibe check.
the vibe check.
I'm very in on him, Dave. How are you?
I think he sucks. I mean, we can talk about incremental improvements. Like, hey, he's not good. He has not been good. Like the little Bears fans, a lot of them are clinging on to like
October.
inching away from what he was in the first. He still hasn't been good by any means. He hasn't had one good game this year. And I saw this stat. He's Seth Walder. I don't know who he is. He's the ESPN analytics nerd. That's in his bio. And he's got the highest sack rate, it says Justin Fields' high sack rate is mostly on him, not the Bears' offensive line. Fields' astronomical sack rate comes despite a strong Bears pass block win rate, and he has only been sacked 5 times under the median sack time. So median sack time is 4.29 seconds for all drop back passes throughout every team in football right now. He's only been sacked 5 times under that number. So he's holding on to the ball way too long, and he's still not.
See, but
Maybe these guys aren't open.
This is why it's.
But we've seen different clips of him getting sacked, and guys are
No,
open.
I mean, he definitely holds on to the ball too long. That's
How can you say otherwise?
now how much is that? How much of that data?
I hate when people take something like that and make an ironclad opinion because there's just so many variables.
Where's that data from?
ESPN's
Which games?
analytics.
Which games?
All games combined.
Because
Every drop back of every team this year.
I truly do feel like he's done a better job at that the last 3 weeks.
This is where he is.
And I feel like the line's been worse. Like he's been under pressure.
But that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he's like learning, like he's got to pull it, and I think that's resulted in him having more rushing yards the past 3 weeks. But didn't he break 100 last week?
Well, he had like a 60-something yarder, right?
Yeah. He was close.
Yeah, he was at
88.
43 before
Yeah.
he broke that big one off.
I think he finished at 88.
How about just how about him battling? I don't know. I just feel like he.
No, he's tough
Dude,
as
he
nails.
takes a fucking
and I
beating.
wish he was good, obviously. I just don't think he's it.
I want to. October 19th, 2023. I'm excited to circle back on this conversation because I do think you're going to have to change your tune.
I would
he's
be
going,
fine with
I think
that.
he's going that
I
way.
do
I think
too.
he's definitely going up.
Well, regardless,
Franchise quarterback
Okay.
Yeah.
this way?
Disregardless, irregardless, or just regardless?
Hold on. Tell me what you have seen in him that makes you think he's going to make that jump. Because
The
I
fucking look in his eye, Dave, and nothing more than that.
No,
and I don't
all right,
need to
Carl's
go to
high.
anything more than I fucking sit there and I watch and I think, this is the guy. This is how I feel about him. I don't give a fuck. 4.29,
I mean, we watched you
6.69. I'm just
suck
saying.
off Mitch Trubisky for 5
Yeah, dude.
years.
Mitch, where you at, dude? He just beat Tom Brady. Not a good time to bring that up.
He did, or the Steelers
Here
did?
we go. Here we go.
I think the Bucks beat themselves.
Okay.
They're in a lot of trouble.
I mean, this
Yeah.
guy, he'll never get a shred.
Yeah, I think we've seen some flashes of like big time arm talent. He's a
Oh,
great
we know he's got all
athlete.
that. We know he's got that.
He's tough as nails. I mean, I don't know how many more things you need. I'd like to what? Those
He's-
are
he's
3
had-
great foundations: arm talent, athleticism.
He's had 18 starts now, I think.
I
And
think
he
it's
hasn't.
still less than a full
No,
year.
it was 17. It's either 17 or 18, I want to say. And he still has yet to throw for 300 yards in a game.
That's all
They're-
right.
the
All right,
Bears
we're
are
just
a
not at a
bad
point
team.
where we're going to be doing this. We're just
But
not
we
at a
s-
point with Justin Fields where we're doing this right now.
Well, I mean, it's going to
How
be a
can
week
you
to
not?
week
That's
thing.
the only fucking thing there is to talk about. We
Because-
know they suck.
He has started 16 games.
Every time they line up, Dave, every time, run the ball, control the clock. They're not taking the field right now and being like, all right, dude, go fucking light it up. They will one day, I think, with Justin Fields, take the field. They'll have some weapons around him, and the game plan to win will be like, just fucking go out there and bury these guys. That's where they have to get to.
Yeah.
So they're not doing that right now. And once, if they get to that point, and it's like, yeah, dude, he's not putting up 300 games. He's not doing shit. But right now, he's fucking, they're.
And to your point, like
doing shit with
about
him.
Mitch, like I was never a Mitch guy. Going back, there's tweets from draft night. Like I just never saw it. I never saw it at North Carolina. I think there are enough flashes where you watch Justin Fields like that's special.
Of course.
So you just have to and you look at guys like Josh Allen who like people wrote him off, and then
I don't like arguing exceptions to the rule, though. Josh Allen's definitely an exception to that rule.
Well,
If
like,
you've had-
like I said, we can circle back a year from now.
And I have no
I mean, we're
problem
going to
doing
keep
that.
circling
But
back week after week. So who we kidding?
we're
but
not-
like I don't want to have this. Is he the guy?
Yeah, next
talk
week,
every
it's
week.
like, wait,
Yeah,
we
but
have
it- but
51 more.
But that's how it works. 1 week you might change your tune very fast.
yeah, if he goes
Easily,
out and throws
remember?
3 picks,
I remember-
and he's 15 of 32 passing, you're not going to be like, you know what? I was wrong.
I still vividly remember sitting in that fucking old office, and we came in on Monday morning, and that was like the game. Mitch fucking played atrocious, and we're all like, dude, what the fuck? Even you. Everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy is like not it. So it's very possible that it could be before that, Chief. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think I will let you guys know when
Yeah.
because for right now, like I think I've seen enough to be like, all right, like let's have like some faith, and let's see what he does with some weapons. And as he develops, he's still, whatever. It's way too early to be like make a declarative. He stinks.
I think
He's gonna keep getting better. He's that type of guy. He's that type of athlete, dude. He's gonna adapt. He's a professional.
We're not talking about athleticism. Everybody knows.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's that type of athlete person. He's that type of competitor. I think he's gonna continue to get better. The more exposure he has to the highest level of competition, the sharper he will get.
Well, regardless,
I hope.
throw on
I
your
hope, Dave.
throw on your clown face
I do
mask
too.
one more week for primetime football, and do so with a beef kit.
Yeah, I made a beef this weekend. It was outstanding, and it's sitting in the fridge right now. And the leftovers, it's such a perfect, because people are, oh, I'm gonna make some chili. It's so much easier to do beef.
Yeah.
You're not dicing anything,
Way
because now
easier.
you're getting into fall season. It's cold. You want to have the flavors. You want to have the aromas in the house.
And it's Monday. You're working from home.
Good
You're
point.
working from home.
Good point.
Make that beef for the fucking Bears,
Dave, you just looked around like Eddie just said the smartest thing of all time.
It's true, man.
right?
Is
Well,
one of these kids leaving
what's
in
Monday,
Dave's
Ed?
backpack?
Yeah. What was going on at JP Graziano's that night?
Dude, I don't know, but it was crazy.
I have been wondering the same thing since I saw it.
Did you have a little FOMO? I saw it. I was like,
I was
whoa,
gonna
what's
rush
going
into the
on
crowd,
right
but
now?
I was at dinner across the street.
It's a party. I shouldn't say it because now I say FOMO. No, I was sitting there being like, that is whatever Jim is doing to get a concert in the streets.
Well,
I mean, the
it's
street's
it's
named
his
after
street.
him. Yeah.
It's his
So you
street.
can just throw. Yeah, that
think
means
so.
he
That
can
gives
do
you autonomy to
street
throw
concerts.
Yeah.
Because if the cops show up, they're like, "Hey, Jim."
That's especially that neighborhood, how fucking old
Oh,
they
you-
are compared to everything else
Yeah.
surrounding them. You have the
Yeah,
right
like
of
you were at
passage.
Nobu.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, he's outdated Nobu a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
How was the scene? You had a good time?
It was pretty good.
I've never been.
No, I was talking about Jim's. So
Oh.
you didn't go over there?
No, I was over by the time I was done.
It was a flash mob.
The crowd had dispersed.
Yeah,
But yeah, tasterealchicago.com. Grab your beef kit. Or also, like we're saying, if you're afraid it's not going to come in time for Monday and you want to watch it, you want to make it at home before the Bears game, it's at Home Depot.
yeah.
Or it's at 901 West Randolph,
Or you could
heart of the
So,
West
yeah,
Loop.
They had it at the Home Depot in Elston. I was there the other day to get stuff to
Perfect.
repair the fireplace, and it was just like, God damn.
I was just there the other day too.
No kidding.
I picked up a little smoking box for the
Yeah,
Weber.
nice. But
TasteRealChicago.
doing those, or tasterealchicago.com. But I think you are right, Carl. It's like that old like infomercial. You set it and forget it. It's so easy. You put that stuff right in the crock pot and you're ready for game time, prime time Monday night.
Mount Prospect, Evanston, both of them in Niles, Oak Lawn, and what'd you say, Elston, Kimball, Lincoln, and McCormick, Roosevelt, and the Dan Ryan one. All have them. Just walk up, grab one.
And we do get this question frequently. I would say you don't have to use beef. Obviously, it's in the title of the beef kit. You can use venison. It's hunting season, deer season,
I've done it with pork shoulder.
pork shoulder. You can use anything, and
It's awesome.
it'll all be different, but it'll all be great nonetheless. So
Check it out.
have at it.
Check it out. I brought up the Nobu thing because I was at Nobu like a couple months ago. Everybody's like, "Hey, I have a reservation if you want to go." Right? It's not like I'm not calling anyone and being like, "Hey, let's go check out Nobu," but someone was like, "Do you want to go?"
Same thing. It was my buddy's wife's birthday.
So yeah, then you're in the scene. The restaurant is supposed to be like incredibly highly regarded, and so we're out and there's some people meeting people for the first time. You're having like this big fancy dinner, and we get done, and yeah, but we're like, "Wow, it was a great dinner." We're still kind of a little hungry. Like that's a place you leave hungry. I feel like.
Yeah,
I left
yeah.
just being like, "All right." We look across the street. Jim's got the late night window, and he's doing a pizza collaboration. And he's got some
love when he
massive
does
fucking
those.
oven in the middle of the street, and there's
Yeah.
people out, and there's like music.
The Forno Rosso.
And one of the guys I'm with is like, "Hey, aren't you friends with them?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, let's go get some fucking pizzas." So we left Nobu for what was probably the most expensive dinner I've been to all year. And we're sitting out in front of Jim's
Getting a little
on the
$8
curb,
Italian beef.
crushing pizzas and beefs. And like, that was better, significantly better. That's why I was saying, like, what was the scene like when you got over to Jim's? Because it's a
Yeah.
funny dichotomy.
That's what we talk about our famous dinner that we had. That's how I felt about that place. Like it's cool. It's very cool.
I thought the food was outstanding.
It wasn't.
It was awesome.
It was just like the experience was awesome. Like it was cool vibes, but it was not like there was only one of the 12 things. So I'm like, that was fucking great.
I think you're crazy.
I think you're a lemming. You're supposed to think it's awesome.
Ooh.
But I think
thought
if you put one of those,
if I would have
lemon-
said it sucked, I would. You don't think I would have said that place sucked?
no, not that place.
Not in the moment. I wouldn't have because
Well,
that
of
would have been
course.
rude. But if I thought it stunk, I would have said it stunk. Just like I know all you guys think Justin Fields stinks. You just don't want to say it out loud.
I don't think he stinks.
I'm looking at his game log right now. He's got one game over 200 yards passing right now. And I know he hasn't had help from his receiving core. His running backs are actually awesome, or his offensive line, new coaching regime, all that. There is nothing that he has done outside of a flash or two that has said, this guy is the future of the Chicago Bears. Not one thing.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed to hear this because I think if it was a baseball player, like you wouldn't be looking at his fucking like OBP from
That's true.
through the first couple games. You'd be using your eye test. You'd be looking at a bunch of shit that you see.
This is a season and a half.
It's
I don't know. Last year with
16
fucking
starts.
Nagy. Come on,
Yeah.
Dave.
10 starts with Nagy.
Okay.
I mean, rookie year in a dumpster fire.
Mitch had Nagy. Mitch had a 6 touchdown, no pick first half against the Tampa Bay
He
Bucks.
also had a lot
Scheme him up right that day.
more talent too. And like I there's a stat where it's like the Bears
Taylor Gabriel
have spent, I think it's $30 million less on offense than the team that spent the 31st amount on offense. That's like
I understand that.
so then like you
So then
can't
cut him some
like
fucking slack.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got all the slack he wants. My opinion doesn't change anything for anybody. I just don't see it. And I'm not the only one out there. I know that.
That is true.
I'm not. And I've seen this movie before with the Chicago Bears. I've said that 1,000 times.
I think the biggest adjustment is obviously the speed of the game, and he's always been faster, and he's always been able to fucking slow it down at Ohio State. No, you know, like the throwing lanes and all that stuff. There's gonna be an adjustment period, dude, where he's got to realize I can't do this, I can't do that, and he's going through this without weapons. That's just temper all of it. You can be disappointed. You can want to get more from him and expect more from him. He definitely puts himself out as a leader. There's no doubt about that.
No,
He's
he
done
says
a
the right things.
tremendous job, I think. And we've seen so many bums, dude, where it's like, fucking, come on. How many bad fucking quarterbacks have we watched?
You're helping me prove my
Forever.
point.
And he doesn't look different.
Cade McNown has to do
Jonathan
with,
Quinn,
like,
Craig Krenzel.
But I don't know what any of those guys have to do with Justin Fields, positive or negative. Like that was so long ago. Like that was somebody. Like that happened to somebody else. Like this is a new.
I mean,
everything's new.
I'm PTSD isn't real because
It doesn't. No, not as a like.
Look in the camera right now, Chief, and say PTSD.
It can skew your opinion. It doesn't change the reality of
yeah,
what.
say it. Look in the camera and
Yeah,
say it.
I know.
He caught himself up right there.
As it pertains to this.
No, I'm
Eddie,
busting
I
balls.
noticed you've been circling this argument,
But
waiting to throw a dagger in here to.
I think
No,
Eddie's
I'm
ready
just
to hit
like-
the
Am I wrong
ejector
for
button.
saying any of this?
Eddie's ready to.
No. Dave, not at all. Not at all.
You guys haven't given me any.
I don't think either of you are
concrete-
wrong. It's just like some people.
You just say, "Oh, I think for what reason?"
Some
I'll give you a
like-
concrete reason right now, based on my understanding
wanna-
relationship with you and knowing like how you would treat baseball, a sport that you know very well.
That's so much.
And I'm saying like if you knew, I'm saying just like I don't know if you know enough to just cast this fucking thing. But I get it because you're coming in saying based on what I do know and see, I don't like him.
Yeah, and I think like I said, we have to circle back in a year. Like it's just, I think it's a fool's errand to just be talking.
So
with
so this
declarative
year's a
statements
complete
right now.
mulligan.
No, I didn't say it was a mulligan. You want to see flashes. You want to see toughness. You want to see growth. You want to see all those things.
Can I say this though?
Yeah,
Anybody watch that Tennessee Bama game?
I did.
Oh yeah,
Hold on. I got one.
Well,
Justin
it's
Fields
just-
hasn't
I got
lost
one
any
question.
games yet for us, Dave. He hasn't lost.
I got
any.
one question.
This is
All right.
pertinent, but continue. This is
So,
pertinent, but continue.
Regular season stats right now. He's 63 of 115 for 869 yards. Stop shaking your fucking
Because you're
head.
reading off numbers. It's
Shut
short. People
up.
can't follow this.
Yes, they fucking can.
Then read it slow. Then don't just.
He's 63 of 115 for 869 yards, about a 55% completion rate with 4 picks and 5 interceptions through 6 games. If he had like a 58% completion rate with 7 touchdowns and 4 picks over the next 6 games, are you considering that improvement? Because I don't.
I'm not looking at it like that.
What are you looking at?
Well,
If he threw
it would
1,000 yards or
literally be
800 yards or
improvement.
1,100 yards.
So-
I told you at the start of this.
But
Because when I look at
inching
him play and I
along
go,
is
this
not
guy's making.
improvement to me.
He makes.
Eventually,
you know,
he's got
making
to
some
be
plays,
the guy.
man.
Eventually he's got to be the guy.
You got to have like the hockey stick thing eventually.
He was very close this week to winning the game for us. Very close. He didn't. Very close, though.
Mm-hmm. Eddie, something that's pertinent about Tennessee, Alabama? You want to draft Hendon Hooker?
Bryce Young's pretty fucking good.
See it.
Oh, really? You're going to do that?
Pretty fucking
So
good.
you would
You would
take a look at
the
him?
other night.
What?
Well, you would draft him? You'd take a look at him?
I'd say that's all I'm saying.
Okay,
He's
well then why can we
pretty
say a little
fucking-
bit more?
But he's also pretty short.
He's frail.
How tall is he?
He's fucking good though.
He's so skinny.
He's got to do the Drew Brees Navy SEAL
But he's-
submarine workout.
But he's tough.
He's only 6 feet.
Yeah, I don't think
short.
he's 6 feet, dude.
Short,
I don't
yeah.
think he's 6
Like
feet.
five-
What do you like about him, Ed?
Dude, I'm just impressed with his athleticism. I'm impressed with his decision making. I'm impressed with. Did you see the play where he pulled up? He faked to run in front of the end zone, and then he pulled up. Like the way he pulled the backer off that wide receiver was just incredible football acumen. He's just good. He's just good. That's all I'm saying.
Frail, man. Though.
Dude.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Fi-
great.
Can I say that, Lance?
No, that's fine.
Lance?
Maybe last year, would you have said all the same things about Justin Fields at Ohio State or like 2 years ago?
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess my thing with like all of what we're talking about with Justin Fields is like, I'm not out on him, but like I think if you were to take any quarterback and put him on the Bears, is he good? If you take Joe Burrow and put him on this Bears team, is he good? I don't
He
think
gets
so.
Killed.
Yeah, I don't think he's like.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's tough to like judge him because he has nothing, but
Thank
like
you,
you're
Lance.
saying, he has all these flashes. He is this athlete. He is Bryce Young. He's like the same thing. It's just he's on a shit team.
He's a
So it's like-
6'3" Bryce Young.
Yeah,
Fair
so
response.
he's a
230
taller,
pounds.
faster. You know, he still has the arm. He has everything. He is Bryce Young. It's just he's on the fucking Bears.
So maybe we should circle back in
Fucking
here.
love this kid.
I
Fair
like that.
response, Mr. Lance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? And honestly, Danny Lynch uses most of opportunities around here. I like this kid a lot.
No,
Audience, take a look at this kid.
on the note of Bryce Young, what if
Thank
if the
you.
Bears do really fucking tank? Say they win 4 games this year or whatever, and they do take him. Is that not an kind of saying that I was right?
But
Yeah, if they draft Bryce Young, you're right.
yeah, for
I'll
sure.
say
Or
that.
any
I'll say
quarterback?
that. If the Bears draft Bryce Young or any other quarterback in the first 2 rounds next year, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it could also be a preference thing too, though. Like they didn't, like Poles didn't draft him. These
Dude,
guys, they're not like. Don't you realize how tied these guys are to him?
They are.
If they can go back in time, you don't think fucking Matt Rule would have like handpicked his guy from the draft and like, hey,
Totally.
we're gonna buy into this instead of fucking going from fucking Darnold to Baker to Cam to bullshit. The quarterback is the most important position in the most popular sport in America. You need a quarterback.
I think if this Bears front office does draft a quarterback, that's actually worse for their job security because they could string along Fields another 2 years while they're trying to figure out if he's our guy. And it's like, well, we couldn't have drafted one. Well, now let us draft a quarterback.
Well,
let
I
us
mean,
get our guy.
the last regime got 2 quarterbacks.
Sure,
They
but
only got 3.
that's also living for now.
Yeah.
Like that's
No, I know.
That's a fucking Mentos in a Pepsi bottle. Like you know that shit's popping at some point. That's a bad way to look at.
It's probably
keeping a job.
if you're in the front office room with Ryan Poles or and you have the whiteboard out, drawn like prioritizing things.
Yeah.
I would put quarterback pretty low on the list based on how bad other things are.
I would agree.
Right, cap space comes in,
also-
trenches.
Yeah, I also don't think that Bryce Young or Stroud or I think Levis stinks, but I don't think
Say that. Who's that?
the Kentucky quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's like either. I don't think any one of those guys that are in the top 10 projections are like an Andrew Luck, like you can't, or a Peyton Manning, where it's like they're a can't miss type of prospect. It's almost like
That's why I
you're
hate rolling the dice. Yeah.
Right.
no one's
like,
can't miss though. But I know what you mean.
but there are certain prospects who are
Sure,
like,
they're
you know,
like no brainer.
Yes.
You're taking them number 1.
Right.
I
Right.
got you.
Yeah.
I
And
got
I don't
you.
think any of those quarterbacks are that.
But I don't know. Just an observation watching an incredible college football game. Shout out to Tennessee.
That was
That was
unbelievable.
awesome. Should have stuck with them and not Notre Dame.
Bryce Young was listed at 5'11".
I'll always have a soft spot for the Vols, but it was always Notre Dame. Like that was,
no,
you know.
I know. Also, shout out to Illinois and Chase Brown. We do have Run the Damn Ball hats in honor of him and champagne hats in front of Colorado.
Oh yeah, guys, come get a piece of the University of Illinois.
First place.
Yeah, 6-1. Chase Brown is. There's 3 running backs in the history of college football to have a team with a record of at least 6-1 through the first 7 games while rushing for 100 yards in every game, and it's like Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, and Chase. So that's pretty sick.
Sick.
I've talked to Pacheski, I can't say his name. I'm sorry. Big L. Big L might be joining the show, I think, for next week to preview Nebraska. If you don't know him, he's on our O line. He's made 59 career starts.
Jesus.
Is that even like mathematically possible in college?
It's like
Shit, dude.
a COVID year.
It's like,
Yeah.
played a little bit of COVID, like 6
How many
years with
fucking
the knee.
degrees does
dude,
this
it's
guy
like
have?
2 red shirts plus
Doctorate
a
at this
COVID.
point.
My man played 8 years in the NFL.
Yes, dude, it
How
is-
old is he?
It's like by far the most starts in the history of the Big Ten. I think he's like 24 or something. And so we were hanging out in the locker room at the spring game. And he's like, dude, yeah, thanks for coming down. Like, you know, my boys from high school or whatever, like we've been following Redline for a while. And I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like, really? Like, you know, I mean, you have those moments where you're just, I'm coming off the field with this guy. And it's like, yeah, I love the pod. I'm like, fuck, dude. Gotta get
Okay,
you
thank
on,
you.
man. Just comes in, it you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
I'm not explaining this very well,
but
but
it's
you're just
like-
surprised in that moment. You're like, that's right. We do have something
Like
can
you think
listen
he was
to.
too old to be in our target demo?
Not-
That's a joke. Yeah. Right. But that's
It's like, dude, I talk
fucking-
about you.
Yeah.
We talk about you're within the realm of the stuff that we talk
Yeah.
about. So, but in any event, trying to get him on within the schedule.
Big Ten going through Champaign.
Yeah, they do. They just be. And I hope people understand, like, for the years that we've done this show, I have not forced Illinois talk on people. I don't like to sit here
No, we don't.
and well, here,
They're
let me
relevant.
tell you what Lovie Smith needs to do, and this is why I think Art Sikowski and the big comeback against Penn State or whatever. Like,
Art Sikowski.
now we kind of have my moment.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, just the same thing if like Northwestern was 6-1 or, well, Notre Dame was.
They're fucking
We've had plenty of
awful.
moments in the history of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just pumped. I'm excited. I hope we can get Alex in here and have a nice conversation about what's going on.
They are on their way. Big Ten championship.
You like Brett? What do you think? What do you
I've
guys
always
think?
liked him.
Dude,
I've
he's
always
doing
liked
a
him. Yeah.
fucking incredible job right now.
I never could figure out what it felt. I thought he was going to be good at Arkansas. Like I never really. I don't know. Maybe just
I
couldn't.
think he's a Big Ten
I
guy.
thought he,
Yeah.
I thought he was like, I think he won like 7-8 games. And then they had
I
a
think
bad
he had
season.
like one really bad year.
He had a
with
really
them,
bad
yeah.
season where they were just getting the ball run down their
But-
throats or something.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm. I like him, and he is very Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a lot.
I don't think
very
that was a good
fast
fit. And I think that is the thing in college football.
Arkansas?
The only thing I would be worried about with Illinois is getting coordinators poached like immediately.
Lonnie
After
will
this
get
year.
Lonnie will get a head time.
Not that, yeah, he will.
And I
But,
say that in the sense of like that's when he left there pissed off. Obviously, Wisconsin fan base, the stuff with his wife and on Twitter, like there was a lot of like outside fact, and maybe I say that because I'm so close and I remember the
Yeah.
Big Cat tweets, but like it was a lot. Maybe that's why it just didn't work.
Maybe. Do you think that if Ferentz ends up being done at Iowa, he leaves and goes home to Iowa? Is there a fear about
people
that?
say that a lot, but the reason I don't think that'll happen is I had heard that when Bielema got the job from Illinois, like people within college football were like applauding Josh Whitman because they're like, you had the balls to give Bielema a job, and so many ADs would hire Brett Bielema if they had the balls to do it, but they just don't think, like they just thought it was like a risky thing. Like, and I don't know if that plays into whatever, like Eddie's saying with Arkansas stuff, but my understanding when Illinois hired Bielema was like, that was a name people were like, dude, if you want to do that, go do it. It's going to cost a lot of money, and it's going to come with
Some baggage.
It could come with some baggage. Like that was the reputation. Now you've seen it right away. A year and a half comes
Yeah.
in just fucking
Yeah.
that program. There's the number one scoring defense in the country.
Were they a big transfer portal team? Like how did they
Handful.
get?
Not like crazy.
Not crazy.
No, Tommy DeVito is like,
No,
a
but
great transfer, but
yeah.
no, those guys are mostly
Those are homegrown
like those are
guys?
homegrown DBs.
Okay. Yeah, because it was just like the Mel Tucker thing when they had like 22 guys,
Right.
And so I was wondering if Illinois was doing some of that, but it sounds like not. So that sounds like he's just a good coach.
Yeah, they need to get the students going. That's such a
It looks
yeah.
It's
much
better.
better. Yeah.
They're just not like that's a fan base
been bad
that
for 15
needs
years, though.
good sports to have pride.
Yeah.
They're
How
not
many-
walking around otherwise. Like when they don't have good
Yeah.
teams, it's like because there's a lot of students down there that do like sports, that do want to fucking hang out, and watch a good team. They have nothing to do with the college football team when it's bad.
Yeah.
And so now that the team's good, hopefully it kind of captures that segment of the students that can go to the game get rowdy.
Well,
Not
yeah,
the engineering students that live across the camp that are going to the game anyways.
haven't
'cause they're
had a
like, "Yeah,
reason
it's part
to."
of the college experience. Like the
Yeah.
guys that are like, yo, let's get up at 9, have a couple drinks, make the breakfast burritos, call the Gamifies. I should say alpha guys.
Block.
Little fucking inside baseball joke there.
Tommy DeVito is also 24, which is I don't know why I find that funny because the COVID years and shit. It just makes me laugh. I don't know why. There's no reason for it. It's 24. You know.
Yeah,
Is Justin Fields even 24?
I hope that
No.
they play Nebraska, Michigan State, and then they're off this weekend. They play Nebraska, then they play Michigan State, then they play Purdue on the 12th.
Purdue is the game.
That's
So it's like so obviously they can't lose this week. It's bye week. Go to Nebraska. That should be
a bloodbath.
Should be a win.
and then
Call it a win.
home against Michigan State.
I think that should be a win too. But I also is like a sneaky spot where
It's a weird
that's a sneaky
spot.
spot.
Michigan
It's a weird
State's fucking
Because they're going to be
horrific.
they will be looking forward to Purdue. You have to.
That
And then
what
you
a-
got,
what a sentence. Looking forward.
And then
to
it's
Purdue.
Michigan and
Wildcats.
Northwestern.
Yeah, so 1-1 there.
Well, you know what the crazy thing is? Like, just work with me for a second. There's a world that exists that I can see, I can touch it, I can feel it, I can smell it.
Where is that game?
Somebody farted. What?
Where is that game?
Big House or in
Big
Champaign?
House. Whatever.
mean-
they're not getting up for Illinois. I don't care.
Yeah,
Mine's
but-
just say if they lose in the Big Ten championship game to Ohio State, can they still go to like a Rose Bowl?
Yeah, they go 10-2 and lose, or 10-3 with a Big Ten championship loss. I think you automatically get a New Year's Six game.
Boys,
That Indiana loss annoying.
7-0 would be 7-0, and they'd be like
The top
ranked
15.
12th.
Yeah,
And Indiana's bad. They just lost to Nebraska, right?
And they were in control that whole game. Maybe not defensively. They
Lost
were.
to Nebraska a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
If you guys wanna talk about-
I want to say thank you to the 3 men in this room for letting me talk about Illinois passionately and seriously.
We released hats. Run the damn ball. So it's
You know,
it only
Yeah,
makes
you
it
are
Nice, nice.
ridiculous. Can we do? Did I text the group this or not?
what?
If I text the group this and I didn't get a response back, I want to bring it up now and say I'm mad. If I didn't text the group, then disregard my angst. But I'm fucking mad. I thought I texted the group and said we should take all our Run the Damn Ball merch and then just rebrand, like do a whole new line, catch the damn ball.
I remember you saying throw the damn ball when they drafted Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And
Catch the damn ball after the Smith Marset.
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you texted it. You definitely
I think
said
you
it.
said it out loud.
Okay, let's get some.
You can try.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
What's
throw
that
it out
supposed to
there.
mean?
I mean, throw it out there. I don't.
What, the guy moves $100,000 worth of Minnesota Wild merch, and now you're
Yeah, for free. So,
that was
for charity. For
that
charity.
was a great. That was
For
a
charity.
great,
Yeah, it's a good shirt. Good charity.
great,
good
shirt,
cause.
great,
nice
great
hospital.
meeting, great moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you buy that? Catch the damn ball.
No,
All right. So I think
you're right. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just, fucking, we get ideas. They don't come. They don't
I
come
know.
often. You want it to be good.
You do. I don't know if that one's it. Though.
How are the people who are good at merch?
I feel like we should start pushing like legit Illinois stuff though. Like have it so people have it in their hands.
When is,
for the Big Ten
unofficial?
championship?
What about let's get some Red Grange merch?
The Galloping Ghost?
Oh, unofficial's not till March. Dave.
Yeah.
Get your
No,
fucking
that's what I'm
hat
saying.
together.
Unofficial merch. We throw on Barstool unofficial merch.
That's a good idea.
Do it for Mifflin.
Dave, it's a bye week. We're 6-1. We're going to Nebraska.
We're talking about merch, aren't we?
Yeah, but we need merch for fucking.
I'm just reeling
the
in,
North.
big fella.
Like
I'm just
it's got to
saying
be in
right
their
now.
hands by the Northwestern
Right now.
game. So when they have a chance to clinch a Big
They'll
Ten,
be clinched by then, I think.
Not-
The
not
Big
if-
Ten West is fucking pathetic.
it's not if they lose to Purdue.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's pathetic as much as Illinois is just dominating it this year, Dave.
Who would win in a football game between the University of Illinois and the number 1 ranked North Central Cardinals, who are 6-0 right now?
What's the name of your quarterback?
I don't have any fucking clue.
What do you got, Ed? Anything?
That's all I got.
Weekend plan?
No, shout out to my guys who I took a picture with last week. I don't know if you
Saw that. I saw you were the crew of robbers. Bank
No.
robbers. These kids were 12 years old going on 27. One of them was smoking menthols.
I mean, that kid had like double ears Paris Kobe Bryant
How did
jersey
that go
on
down?
backwards.
I'm not kidding you. That's exactly how it went down.
So just
I
tell our
was-
audience that doesn't follow you on Twitter to see it.
I was walking out of Charcoal Delight with my friends, And this guy saw me. Yo, Barstool. I was like, yo, can I take?
Chicago?
Yes. He's like, can I take a picture with you? I said, yeah, of course, dude. Let's do it. And he goes, oh, can you get one with the shorties? And I was like, yeah, if you want one, sure. And then so he brings all the kids over, and my buddy who I went with was standing on the side, and I knew it was a funny visual. So I was like, yo, get this. You know? So he took one, and then he took one, and he thought my buddy was our social media guy. He's like, yo, are you going to post this? Like, dude, he's like, that would be such a blessing if you post that. That would be a blessing.
Can't
bro.
say no to a blessing.
That would be a blessing. And I was like,
Can't say no to that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
have to.
all right, dude. So like I sat there. I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, I got to post this. And he said it'd be a blessing. So I took a picture with the shorties.
Bro, these kids are running dice games. Those
Yeah,
kids
they're
are
fucking
serious,
real, way
man.
cooler than all of us.
Chains, flat brims.
Oh, don't lump me in with you guys.
Oh, you're
I
cooler
mean,
than them?
epitome
those
of
kids,
cool.
You think those kids ever been to L's? Fucking Warrenville. I think
Yeah.
Elmwood Park's got good food.
They get Johnny's.
Anything else?
Bulls opening night. Everybody's hurt.
Yeah, no Zach Levine. He's resting his knee.
Yeah, a little NBA roundtable.
Yep.
What do you guys make of the Russell Westbrook news?
He stinks too.
Yeah, he's a bum. I think I could beat him in a 3-point contest.
I mean,
I think Ed could, and he's got the yips.
I do.
you guys are taking it. Okay.
All right.
That's our NBA preview.
Big year. Go Bulls.
Dog ass.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's it for the Bulls preview. That's it.
I mean, we're looking
You
at
want to bring something up?
No, I'm just kidding. All gas.
no breaks.
DJ, play that shit.